Chuck Grassley is a young, vibrant, 91 years old, a Republican from Iowa, having an exchange with a Republican constituent on immigration and border policy. This is part of the reason why I said that you will have MAGA moms and MAGA dads also change their attitude on this. Why do I believe this? Why, oh, why does HasanAbi Piker believe that even Republicans will actually have a change in attitude on immigration? They voted for Donald Trump. He is basically, he ran on Hitlerian border control policy. Why do I still believe that older Republicans will move away from the cruelty of this policy, the cruelty of Trump's immigration deportation regime? Because I've been doing this for 10 years. And what I saw in this process is two things, two fundamental things you could take home with you, no matter what. Number one, Americans are oblivious to the impact of what kind of policies that they're defending until it happens. And two, if there's enough fuss about said policies from the Democrats counter messaging against it and the media consistently covering it, everyone starts recognizing that cruelty. This process is twofold. This is why I've been screaming at the Democrats for years at this point that they should have been making a way bigger fuss about the reactionary, right-wing, white nativist, anti-immigrant agenda that the Republicans have presented. And yet they let the Republicans dominate the media landscape in perpetuity with no pushback. And that's how we arrived at Donald Trump using anti-immigrant agenda as a weapon to wield against the Democrats. And the worst thing that the Dems did was agree with the Republicans on the matter. The notion that immigrants are actually responsible for tens of thousands, the hundreds of thousands of murders. That is crazy. They leaned into it. They normalized this sentiment.
You're interested in border security?
Yes. I believe very strongly in my Christian faith. I preach on Sundays, and I believe very strongly in we welcome the stranger. Because anybody, the least of these we do to Jesus. And that is what we've been taught, and that is what the gospel tells us. And I think turning away people who have come here for asylum is one of the most shameful things we are doing right now.
Yep.
Does this group of individuals strike you as a squishy libs, dude? They're Chuck Grassley constituents in f***ing Iowa. This video is proving you wrong. She'll still vote for this if there are any elections left. Dude, shut the f*** up. Leftists love looking at gift horse in the mouth and complaining about the teeth, okay? Shut the f*** up. What is wrong with you? Oh my God. Some of you are just hipster ass gatekeepers. You do not want change. You do not understand what requires for change to happen. You do not understand how people's attitude about certain things that they might have voted on will change over time. And you literally just want leftism to be some hipster ass bullshit. You want to gatekeep it, okay? Not everyone's going to be a card carrying Maoist, okay? Shut the fuck up. Jesus Christ, you're so goddamn annoying. Be pragmatic. Recognize that tides can change, okay? It's not going to happen overnight. How can you even say this when the issue of Israel is right in front of your eyes? On the domestic front, the issue of tariffs is right in front of your eyes, where people quickly change their attitude about tariffs, okay? As soon as they were supposed to be implemented, everyone was like, whoa, I don't want this. The fuck are you doing? What do you mean my prices are going to go up? What the fuck? How did that happen? And the same principle goes for Israel. People went from Israel's the greatest, most moral democracy on the planet to, oh my God, they're killing babies on a daily basis. This is unacceptable. This is happening with our tax dollars. I don't want that shit. Why? Why do you want no one to be on board with how you see the world? Every single thing that I do is so that there are more people in here, that there are more people who are aware of what the is going on. And slowly but surely, they change their attitude. They change their worldview. They start recognizing the errors of their ways, the errors of their thinking. So we're just supposed to forget about everything they did? What? Everything what? Who did? This old lady? You don't know what the they've done. You're just fantasizing about what they've done. Shut up. Please. Oh my God. You guys are such fucking losers, dude. Holy fuck. Some of you are literally brain broken. I've talked quite a bit about being a leftist, meaning that you're going to take a lot of L's in your life. I didn't realize that some of you think that it's only about taking L's. So much so that when you actually see a W in front of your face, in front of your eyes, you still go, no, I want this to be somehow a loss as well. It's not good enough. I know it's not good enough, but things take time, okay? Unc speaks the truth. I've been sub for a year. He has shifted me so hard from my previous beliefs. His methods are tested. Let Unc cook. Yeah, it's ironic because the overwhelming majority of people in this chat are also just like you, but they forgot their old ways. And it's very important for them not to lose sight of who they were and what they've become in their worldview. When has there ever been a community this large and this active that is outwardly socialist in any sector of media? Mainstream, independent, doesn't matter. It has never existed. Part of the reason is because I have tirelessly told annoying purity spiral behaving losers to shut the up. In America, I'm saying, okay? Not the USSR or China or whatever the you're talking about, okay? In the United States of America, the heart of empire, the place where capitalism thrives.
The ideals of our country to be a place of hope for others, where they can come when they are searching for a home because they have no place else to go.
Take down the Statue of Liberty.
The president of that country is not subject to our U.S. Supreme Court.
I'm pissed.
We're paying him to keep him down there. We don't have to pay him.
Excuse me, Senator Grassley, on that same subject. The Constitution, the framers of the Constitution said that every person, not citizen, every person within the jurisdiction of the United States has due process.
Look at these radical socialists, dude, at the Iowa Chuck Grassley Town Hall. Look at all these card-carrying DSA members. Bunch of HasanAbi heads in the room, dude. For the record, some of them are liberals, okay? Some of them are not MAGA voters, but it doesn't fucking matter. These are like 70-year-old Iowans, okay? At a Chuck Grassley Town Hall.
And we would like to know what you, as the people, the Congress, who are supposed to rein in this dictator, what are you going to do about it? These people have been sentenced to life imprisonment in a foreign country with no due process. Our government cannot do anything. Why won't you do your job, Senator?
Yeah. Get it, swine! Obeying the Supreme Court. Trump's not obeying the Supreme Court. He just ignores them. Yeah, screw it.
These are also the people that care about process more than anything else. You got to remember, take whatever victory you can get from whatever perspective you can get. Some of them truly do care about, from a Christian perspective, some of them truly do care about like doing right by their neighbors. Some of them, on the other hand, care about the due process element. Some of them care about the procedural element. It doesn't matter to me even this much. As long as they're moving the needle in the right direction, I don't care. I mean, due process is important? Yes, of course due process is important. I meant like they care about the Supreme Court's wishes being violated. You know what I mean? Like there's many different reasons as to why people find themselves in this room, but it doesn't matter that they're not. It doesn't matter one bit that they're not all card-carrying Maoist third worldists. Okay.
When you have a president who ignores the Supreme Court, you have a Congress who fails to rein in a third branch of our government.
That's right.
Who is now violating our Constitution. You took an oath. I do solemnly swear or affirm. Do you remember that, sir? Yes, sir. Congress as a whole, bipartisan, has the power to act to bring the executive branch to heel.
Yes. Yes.
Now,
And they're not doing
introducing a bill, yes, that's one thing. But as a whole, the power of Congress to bring that executive branch to heel when they are behaving the way we're seeing, that power exists within you and your other members of Congress.
Yeah, he's not, that old man's not wearing a MAGA hat, by the way. He's wearing a Make Lying Great Again hat, I think. He is a libbed up old man. He's not a MAGA voter.
Now, Grassley is known for visiting all 99 counties in Iowa every year and says that his office has received more emails so far in 2025 than all of last year. Voters questioned his support of President Donald Trump and apparently weren't happy with the response.
If you're proud of voting for Trump and what he's doing in office, are you proud of it?
Yeah, these are my HasanAbi heads, dude. Rise up. Rise up, HasanAbi heads. All the 86-year-old HasanAbi heads. Let's go.
Tempers flared as Washington lawmakers faced constituents at town halls on Tuesday.
God damn.
Republican Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene was interrupted several times by protesters at her town hall in Georgia, with police forcibly removing people from the event, arresting 3 individuals, and using stun guns in 2 instances. Greene dismissed the interruptions and moved on.
Thank you to our great police officers.
She displayed some critical constituent questions about the Trump administration on a projector, reading them out loud, and responding in at least one case by pushing back.
Unfortunately, you're being brainwashed by the news that you're watching. A lot of Democrats pride themselves on being educated, and I suggest they educate themselves better. Ladies and gentlemen, they're all inside the interior of the United States.
How about the KKK?
All inside the interior of the United States. You can head out. The protest is outside. Thank you very much. Protest is outside.
You bunch-body bigot! You bunch-body bigot!
Protest is outside. Bye. Have fun out there.
All right, let's get ready to see. And it's Eva McCann who's been covering these town halls across the country. Eva.
John, it was true to form for the far-right ally of President Trump as she sparred with her own constituents. She pushed back on tough questions, accused Georgians of being brainwashed. Now, it was clear Greene relished this. Republican leadership has advised against holding these types of town halls to avoid these episodes. But what we saw last night was Greene very much looking for a fight. Listen to how she responded to a constituent concern about cuts to the federal government.
Doge gutting our government with a chainsaw approach and the utter destruction and ignoring of our Constitution and rule of law. He is not well physically or mentally. Poor Christina. Poor Christina. Well, I'm sure, Christina, you think that you're pretty smart. But the reality is you are being completely brainwashed by whatever source of news you listen to.
So you could see the Congresswoman reading there because she decided to do it that way and not actually answer questions.
I can't get over how fucking dumb and annoying and lame these guys are. Like there's no interest in like maintaining a level of class either. Where it's just like, yeah, I'm the dumbest moron you've ever seen. And as a matter of fact, my stupidity is also part of the process. It is a secondary fuck you to all of America. A somber reminder that dumb fucks like me who are purely racist, white trash pieces of shit are actually running the government. What are you going to do about it? And I have an army of stupid people who are even dumber than me that vote for me and defend me. What will you do? Nothing. This is the America of our dreams. This is our America. This is our design. If everyone is stupid, then, you know, your intellect does not matter. That's where we're at. Not only are they fascists, not only are they violent, but they're also incredibly dumb. Yeah, it feels like they are. They're taunting us. It truly does. It's like when Elon Musk comes up and says like, oh, USA. I feel like that's not just him trying to say USA, but that's more so him saying like, what are you going to do about it? I can be the lamest motherfucker you've ever seen in your entire life, and these mouth-breathing losers will still hang on every word.
Yes.